Abbie was incredibly brave, and I think started, I think just as an organizer in Worcester, he had already been through the worst of what you would face physically for having unpopular beliefs but standing up for your beliefs. He realized that he cared more than anything about social justice, and the fight for social justice became his mission in life. The whole idea was the put-on, making people stop and think and do a double take about what they're doing and question their version of reality and question their ideas. That was the famous moment where Super Joel put a daisy in a rifle barrel. But it was incredibly, incredibly scary because there was this face-off between us and them, and they would like make a decision to sort of gain a foot, so they would advance. Usually with lots of baton beating of people. There were here and there'd be people lying on the floor with the soldiers beating them and other people trying to rescue them, and I would always think I was going to be next. The Yippies created a myth about going to Chicago. It just seemed natural to go to the Democratic National Convention, but we had to figure out how to attract large numbers of people, of protesters and demonstrators, and it seemed natural to make it a countercultural event, the Festival of Life, versus their convention of death.
We have come to Chicago to fight!
The streets were filled with thousands of demonstrators, and there was a great festival feeling of calm and of happiness. It's like the streets are ours. And when thousands of demonstrators occupy the street, it's not violent at all. We're just all standing there, all feeling very together. I will always remember this very magical period of calm, the calm before the storm. One of my favorite pictures of Abbie is of him doing a somersault in front of the federal courthouse, which he did on the opening day of the trial. And for me, that just said it all, because I can't imagine anybody but Abbie would even think to do that. None of the people who were indicted in Chicago, the Chicago 7, or originally 8 with Bobby Seale, they were not well known for anything except being organizers. They all believed they were innocent, and they were.
I think part of my jungle is the jungle in which I fight as a guerrilla is made up of electronic equipment like this microphone and that camera and that light. And television, for me, is part of my reality. I believe in fighting in that reality. That's part of my jungle, the world of television. And it influences my life. And everything that I do, or any of the Yippies do, is an advertisement for a revolutionary way of living, a new life that's possible.
They're going to have to cut off a lot more than our hair to stop the revolutionary fervor growing among young people. They're going to have to cut our heads off.
Nothing meant anything unless you acted upon it. So whether you burned a draft card or you put yourself in the front lines of a demonstration, risking your life, you felt very alive and very intensely involved.
Our motto is, ask not what you can do for your country, but what your country can do for you.